Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cecilia, but I go by the name CeeChronicles on all my social media platforms. So do be sure to join me on TikTok as well as on Instagram. Now, if you're joining us here for the very first time, I post fragrance-related content 4 to 5 times a week. Now, if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. It only takes a millisecond of your time and it will help this channel grow. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. Now, welcome to 17 Gourmand fragrances within my collection. Gourmand fragrances are fragrances that are going to incorporate something that feels like food, you know, in the juice itself. So they are going to have or remind you of something that's edible, okay, be it fruit, be it whatever it is. So I've got 17 in front of me here that I thought to share with you. The very first one, guys, is going to be from Fragrance World, and this one is Mocha Wood. Mocha Wood is here, guys, because it has that chocolatey coffee accord. I'm going to be spraying some of them here just to remind myself. If you are into vanilla-y, chocolatey coffee fragrances, you're gonna get it from here. If you're not getting outright coffee, it's gonna come across as cacao beans, right? But you are gonna get a boozy vanilla as well. So this is gonna stick to the theme of being gourmand. This, guys, has spices as well to give it like a beastly performance there, and it is a profile, guys, that is quite complex. One of my favorites, and I think you can see this is barely a month old and I'm almost, you know, right there. I've just been hammering this fragrance because I enjoy it. So yes, guys, Mocha Wood from Fragrance World is a warm, spicy gourmand fragrance that I thought to recommend to you on this list. The second fragrance is going to be none other than Kayali's Vanilla 28. Now, this is your sweet, warm, bold vanilla, guys, mixing with brown sugar. This feels as though you walked into a kitchen and somebody was baking a cake, a vanilla cake especially. It's quite boozy as well, with a little bit of smokiness there. Very delish, and I thought to add it here, guys. I know it's a bit on the pricey side, but if you like your fragrances vanilla-y, or if you like to layer, you know, most of those fragrances that you find a bit complex, you may want to purchase this and add it to your collection, because it does have that vanilla note, guys, that's gonna give an oomph to whatever fragrance you have. So sitting on number 2, guys, is Kayali's Vanilla 28. Number 3 on the list is gonna be Caid Alphasan, and this is the limited edition. It's a tropical, let me just sniff it from the nozzle, because the nozzle will give you everything that this fragrance is about. Even the box, when I purchased it, when I opened it, I just could smell a lot of creamy butteriness there. So it's here, guys, because the creaminess in this fragrance is amplified. It's gonna give you also a banana-y feel just slightly from that ylang. So it's a buttery, creamy concoction there, and lactonic as well. So you've got to like all those notes. This is not shy. This is not gonna give you something else and become something else. This is outright creamy vanilla milkshake there, you know, topped with the smoothest coconut feel in there and a lot of vanilla. So this is Caid Alphasan, guys, and it's sitting on our number 3. The fourth on our list, guys, is going to be Angel Muse by Moghla. If you like your warm, spicy fragrances, you're going to get that from this one. It has that Nutella feel to it. Hazelnut, cacao spread. That is what this fragrance is all about. Chocolatey, gourmand, but very mature. So it doesn't give me a juvenile feel, guys, because it has what I've been talking about, Nutella and all that. It sticks to being somewhat of a mature fragrance, a bit complex, and it's one that is always a staple in my collection. So on my number 4, guys, as a recommendation to those who love yummy fragrances, is going to be Moughla's Angel Muse. The fifth fragrance on our list, guys, is Estelle, and this is Youth Dew. Let me correct the narrative of this youth, okay, thing. This fragrance is not youthful in any means, shape, or form. This is very mature. This is here, guys, because in as much as it is spicy, it has the Coca-Cola note, and the bottle gives you hints of that. Okay, the bottle kind of looks like a Coca-Cola bottle if you took away the bowl, right? So this fragrance has that note incorporated in it. However, this is not your easy to do fragrance. It's a beast, because that Coca-Cola note, guys, meets a lot of spices. So it's gonna give you cinnamon, cloves, incense, all that in one, and beastly, as in the way perfumes were done, you know, a long time ago. This is the sort of fragrance that 2 sprays, and I mean it, 2 sprays are literally gonna blast yourself and the people around you. That is how strong this fragrance is. So if you're looking to purchase a fragrance that's gonna be gourmand and value for money, this is gonna give it to you. That is our number 5, guys. It's Youth Dew from Estelle. Number 6 on our list, guys, is gonna be none other than Casablanca from Swiss Arabian. Now, Casablanca is here, guys, because of its heady, sticky caramel note. If you are into the sweet fragrances, a strong caramel mixing with like a woodsy thing, this one is not gonna let you down, guys. It has this patchouli edge, however, that I have to point out here that can be slightly too much for some people. It's almost as if the patchouli clashes with this heady sticky caramel, giving this a sharp feel to it. It's on this level simply because of exactly what I said. It is just too much of a good thing, too much of that strong caramel note, to a point of sticky, to a point of headache for me. But I cannot, you know, dispute that this is a gourmand fragrance. So if you like your sweet fragrances, guys, then you ought to try Casablanca by Swiss Arabian, and it's sitting on our number 6. The 7th fragrance on this list is from Rehab, and this is Tutti Musk. Tutti Musk, simply put, guys, is just your fruits, okay? If you love your fruits, this feels like a bowl of fruits, especially apple, pineapple, raspberries there, a lot of berries. It's gonna smell like this, guys, and that is what you get from start to finish. If it doesn't come across as like a fruit salad to you, it might come across as though, you know, you had a packet of gummy bears there. So yeah, guys, I thought to add it here because of that gourmand nature, you know, to this fragrance. You are gonna be walking around smelling like a lot of very fresh fruits, if you will. On our number 7, guys, is Tutti Musk by Rehab. Number 8, guys, is Lattafa's Unsung Gold. Unsung Gold opens up with citruses, and it's got a raspberry there. So it opens up fruity, that is what you expect, but then enters the vanilla there, and then a marshmallowy, creamy kind of thing there, a whipped cream, very fluffy to the nose, guys, very soft, very feminine. But that creamy accord, guys, will remind you of whipped cream. And if I'm not mistaken, it is actually the note of whipped cream that has been incorporated in this fragrance. So you are going to smell a realistic whipped cream there together with the citruses there, guys. So I thought to add it here, guys, on my gourmand leaning fragrances. It's Unsung Gold by Lattafa. Number 9 is going to be from Fragrance World, guys, and I think this is the 2nd time I'm featuring this fragrance, or the 3rd time, I don't know. Pepper So Spicy, right? Now, Pepper So Spicy, now that I've sprayed it, I'm in a scent bubble that feels like the biggest pot of curry, okay? A curry, stew, that sort of thing. This fragrance is going to give you a tang. It's got what feels like Madras curry powder in there, cinnamon incorporated in there, coriander, a lot of chilies. So it's going to remind you not necessarily of the meaty part, okay? So you're not going to move around smelling like meat, if you will, because I did say stews and stuff, but you are going to move around smelling like you interacted with a lot of curry. It dries down soapy though, but the nature of this fragrance in its spices is the reason why I did add it to this, you know, list. It's also a very fun fragrance, if you will, especially if you're a collector and you wanted something different. You ought to try this one, guys. Fragrance World's Pepper So Spicy, and it's sitting on our number 9. 10th on our list, guys, is Zaras Frosted Cream, inspired by Mont Blanc's signature, guys. And this says cream, And the thing about it is it lives up to the cream promise. Looking at the clear liquid like this, you might be doubtful, but yes, this fragrance is very creamy. So I'm in a creamy scent bubble. It incorporates clementine, and some of you call it tangerine. So you're gonna get that, and that tangerine mixes with ylang ylang, and then a waxy magnolia, and it lasts a good while too. I love this fragrance, guys. Gives you a feel of you eating a dessert, or say a cake with like a creamy whipped cream on top, something like that, or you know, a dessert that incorporates whipped cream. That is what this fragrance kind of reminds me of. So I thought to add it here, guys. It's on our number 10, and it's Zaras Frosted Cream. Number 11, guys, is Aquilina's Pink Sugar. This is cotton candy in a bottle, right? If you want to be wrapped around cotton candy, simply spray this fragrance. There's strawberry there as well, red berries as well, but it's very sugary. The dry down of this fragrance is caramel-like. The juice itself, you know, is very young at heart, upbeat, it's mood lifting. That's what you're gonna get, guys, from Pink Sugar, because it just is a happy fragrance. So if you love your fragrances youthful, candy-like, a bit powdery there as well, then you ought to try Aquilina's Pink Sugar. The next fragrance, guys, is from our Rehab, and this is Choco Musk. Don't sleep on this fragrance, guys. This fragrance, I know the bottle might look tacky, the price might be off-putting because it's very suspicious the way this fragrance is very cheap. But what you get from this fragrance is a lot for what it's worth. This is a creamy vanilla chocolatey scent. I love this fragrance, guys, because it just layers every fragrance within my collection perfectly. Or not every, but the ones that I've tried before. Now, when I started this video, I did say you could buy this one for layering, which is Vanilla 28. I'm not saying they're similar, but they give a similar finish, or they work the same way. If you can't afford Vanilla 28, try to purchase our Rehab's Choco Musk. This is gonna be a perfect fragrance on its own, but it's also going to have the added advantage of amping up every fragrance that you think maybe is dull, or you want to add like a sweet fun take to any fragrance. You can try this one. So this is underrated, but don't sleep on this fragrance, guys. It's chocolate with warm spices, and it does have the longevity there. It's going to give you wafts of that chocolatey feel there. Also feels as though somebody has been baking. So if you like vanilla cookies, you're going to love this one, guys. So sitting on our number 12 is going to be our Rehab's Choco Musk. The next fragrance on our list, guys, is from Paris Corner's Emir collection, and this one's Frenetic Delicious. This fragrance is an example of why dupe houses perhaps should exist. I wish that the Middle Eastern houses would maybe focus on fragrances like this, fragrances that the originals have been discontinued. This one is inspired by Fève Delicious by Dior, which has been discontinued. So if you like that fragrance, maybe you ought to get this one as a backup if you maybe cannot find that one, or you are finding it and it's very pricey now. Frenetic Delicious, guys, is a gorgeous gourmand. This may not be everybody's cup of tea, if I have to say, because there's a lot going on in here. This fragrance is nutty, it's milky, it's boozy, it's a lot of unexpected, you know, surprises there. It's got an intense lactonic praline. Also has a sticky caramel there, guys, and it's also got like a boozy cherry. The presentation overall is intense. So if you love your gourmand fragrances, this is going to do it for you, but it's an unusual fragrance. So I have to say that if you're used to your mainstream fragrances, this is going to give you a surprise. So sitting on our number 13, guys, is Paris Corner's Emir Frenetic Delicious. Next up, guys, is Afrans Cotton Candy. This is here, guys, because if you like your soft fragrances, if you like your sweet fragrances, this is going to give it to you. It's got that cotton candy note, very delish, if you will. It's just a soft, cuddly, you know, kind of scent, very easy reach there. And I must say, when I sprayed it initially, it didn't give me the cotton candy. However, after sitting for 4 to 5 weeks, I can smell the cotton candy. So it's definitely gourmand in nature, guys. So you can try this one and see if you like it. Very soft, very creamy as well, with a touch of caramel. Sitting at our number 14, guys, is our Afrans Cotton Candy. 15th on this lineup is none other than Lattafa's Brass. This fragrance, guys, is chocolate and more chocolate. Although it does have red berries there and a rose, if I'm not mistaken, just expect a lot of chocolate in a caramelized sugar combo there, guys, with some vanilla as well. But simply put, it's just plain chocolate. So if you love your chocolate fragrances, you may want to try this. Again, it's going to be a great layering fragrance, guys, because of that chocolate vanilla combo there. In case you're having you've got fragrances that you're having a tough time with, very gourmand in nature because of that chocolate cacao accord. And sitting on our number 15, this is Unsung Gold. Second from the last, guys, is going to be Oud 24 Hours from Art Al Zafran. This fragrance to my nose is dark. Okay, it's dark, it's gothic, it's got like a mysterious nature to it, and of course it's duping Tom Ford's Black Orchid, and Black Orchid has been about the block, so it might not have a uniqueness. Say for instance, if you wore it, some people might know that this is what you're wearing, but it's here, guys, because it's got that chocolate truffle note and it's got black currant, but something in this fragrance, something in this juice mixes up to like a licorice, if you know what I mean. It could be that truffle note mixing with black currant leaves or something like that, but something is definitely licoricey in this. And that licorice accord, some people say smells cough syrupy, but to me it takes me to those old days, you know, when I was a kid, when I used to like licorice. That's exactly what I get from this fragrance. So definitely on the gourmand side because of that. If you like your chocolate scent with that truffle note, then you can pick yourself this one. This is Art Al Zafran's Oud 24 Hours. Number 17, guys, and the last one on the list is going to be Emir's Vibrant Orange and Neroli. This is your zesty orange mixing with an obvious sugar, almost like a what you call like an icing sugar, and then it turns cotton candy like, and a little bit of a creaminess there, feeling as though it's got whipped cream as well there. Marshmallowy, gives you like a powdery thing there, but you will be wrapped around like a zesty, rindy mandarin feel because of that overdose of orange. The bottle is exactly what mental, using a mental shortcut, this fragrance would smell like. It does really smell orangey, or as though you had a bowl of oranges there, or somebody was working with oranges in the kitchen, maybe making a marmalade or something like that. That's what this one feels like. But of course it dries down to a powdery sugary thing there that gives it like a cotton candy wrap up, and it's on our number 17, guys. This is Paris Corners Emir Vibrant Orange and Neroli. So that's a wrap, guys. Those were 17 fragrances within my collection that are gourmand in nature. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Are you into gourmand fragrances? I'd love to know in the comment section. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, guys, and most importantly, please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me today, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.